مجمع الأندلس التعليمي، تعلم عصري ملهم بهوية وطنية وقيم إسلامية.
Dear students of grade 10, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I'm glad to welcome you in Al-Andalus Secondary School in a new and important phase of your life. I want to express my great pleasure to be your English teacher along this academic year. And I want to start with the first ayats revealed to our Prophet. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اقرأ باسم ربك الذي خلق. خلق الإنسان من علق. اقرأ وربك الأكرم الذي علم بالقلم علم الإنسان ما لم يعلم. And remember this ayah. ولا تلقوا بأيديكم إلى التهلكة. So I want, of course, to remind you of the instructions of our administration, which highly recommends to follow, obey, and stick to the directions of the Ministry of Public Health to stay away from the danger of coronavirus. And now to our first lesson, Lesson 1, Unit 1. Kindly open your student's book, page 7, 8, and 9, and try to have a quick look at the pictures and guess what is the unit about. Pause the video and have a minute to do it. Yes? Feels like home. Home sweet home. Unusual houses. Boats. Please don't speak all together. And let me at least announce the objectives of our lesson. So during this lesson, we aim to figure out the overall main idea of 3 texts, match 3 attitudes or opinions in the texts with the suitable and appropriate answer A, B, C, or D. We want also to match 7 statements about 3 texts with their appropriate text, of course, through scanning each of them. And our last objective will be to match between 8 phrases with their equivalent meaning in the texts A, B, and C. Here we are. Someone to read the instructions in task B. Yes? Read the texts A to C. What is the 3 people's overall attitude or opinion about their homes? Choose A, B, C, or D. Remember, this type of questions will appear in your exams. It is a question which aims to evaluate your general and overall understanding of the text or texts in hand, so you don't need to focus on each detail and each word. You need just to skim the text. Yes, Ahmed? You want to know what does skim mean? Great. To skim means that you need to quickly read the text. You can even skip some words, and if the text is so long, you can jump some lines and even paragraphs. You just need to know the general theme and ideas of the text. I think, of course, all of you know that you should always start with the questions before reading the texts. So, have a moment to read the statements A, B, C, and D. You can, of course, pause the video and go to your student's book, page 8, task B. So A, they regret moving into their unusual home. B, they don't want to change anything in their home. C, they aren't satisfied with their home but they have to stay. And the last option, they are satisfied with their home but are facing certain difficulties. I'm waiting your answers. Actually, it is one answer. So here are the texts. You can pause the video each time. Here again the options, and I'm waiting your answer. It's D. Great. The common point between the three writers is that they are satisfied and happy with their home, but each of them is facing some problems, some difficulties, and of course each wants to overcome these difficulties. Great, good job. Now to the next question. Task C. Anyone please to read the instruction? Yes? Read again and answer the questions below. Write A, B, or C. So, here you have 7 questions, and their answers are found in one of the 3 texts, A, or B, or C. So, you need to carefully read each statement and later on go to the texts and find the matching and appropriate text. Please pause the video and try to do it. Here we are, and here are the answers. 1. Who doesn't find his home comfortable or easy to live in? It's found in C. Great. Number 2. Who mentions that the place will be his home for a short time? The information is in text B. The next one. Who has to spend more money than before? You got the answer. It's A. Someone to read 4. Who has more space than he really needs? It's A. The 5th option or question. Who has to sometimes cope with loneliness? The answer is in B. The next one. Who wants other people to know about his experiences? It's in B. And the last question in this task is, who mentions making changes to the place? A question whose answer is in text A. You are doing very well today. We still have two tasks for this lesson, D and E. And here I need a brave man to read the instructions in the page 8. Yes? Answer the following questions. 1. What makes the place in text A recreational? And 2. To what extent are the people living in the houseboat satisfied with their choice? Of course, this type of questions requires that you understand the text and you formulate your answer using your own words. Pause the video, reread the texts, and I'm waiting your answers. 3, 2, 1, and here your answers. 1. What makes the place in text A recreational? A possible answer is the following. What makes the place in text A recreational is that it has got a gym and entertainment room where the writer can exercise and spend time with his friends. The next question. To what extent are the people living in the houseboat satisfied with their choice? You can compare your answer to such a paragraph. The people living in the houseboat really enjoy the location and the view from their new house, but they are not completely satisfied with it as they have many difficulties to face. First of all, they don't have much space and they don't have electricity all the time. Also, they are far from the shops, so they cannot buy many things, as it is not easy to carry them to the houseboat. All these things make life in the houseboat a bit difficult for them. And here we finish it with this task, and we can move to the last one. Anyone to read the instructions? Yes? Find words or phrases in the texts and match them with the meanings below. Here you need to carefully read the statements or the phrases, and you need after that to go to the text and find a word or an expression that has the same meaning as the statement or the phrase. Someone to read the 8 phrases. Number 1. The things that you own and can carry with you. The equivalent is in text A. 2. Disadvantage, also in text A. The next. At the present time. The synonym is in text B. In text B, you will find also a word that means or that refers to a place where somebody lives. You will find another word to refer to a tall, narrow building or part of building. And a last term to mean far away from other buildings, towns, etc., and difficult to reach. The seventh phrase is the following: lasting for a long time, not temporary. And the synonym is in the last text, which contains also a word to refer or to mean, to have, to deal with a problem or situation. Pause the video, go back to your texts, and find the answers. Ready? So, number 1, belongings. Great. Number 2, a synonym for disadvantage is drawback. A word meaning at the present time, currently. Number 4, a residence, a place where someone lives. Number 5, a tower, and you can find many in Daphne. Number 6, far away from other buildings, isolated. The 7th word is permanent, meaning lasting for a long time. And the last word is to face, means to deal and to cope with a problem or a serious situation. And here we are at the end of this lesson. Hope you have understood all the content given. See you again, and Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.